No gold is not in her. She's a
What's up YouTube? This is Reverend TK421 here, and I got a brand new spinner for you guys. I call it the Chain Spinner. I'm pretty excited about this one because it's the easiest, simplest, and cheapest spinner I've done so far. To make this fidget spinner, you're going to need 22 links of 1/2 by 3/32 inch bicycle chain. This chain is typically used for 6, 7, and 8 geared bicycles, and I found it worked perfect for this. There's different colors of bike chain that you can use for this, so I'm going to be linking different colors of chain in the description. You can get these chains for really cheap or even free by asking the local bike store for their used chains. And if your chain's rusty, you can use a Dremel tool bit just like this one. It's a rotary brass brush, and it really gets the rust off very easily. You can also use a manual steel or brass brush too. This works. And some rust penetrant. A skateboard bearing or 608 bearing, some pliers, and 2 zip ties about this size. You can see that there's different colors you can use for this too. When it comes to the zip ties, make sure you don't get one that's more than 3/32 inch or 2.5 millimeters wide. Otherwise, it's not going to fit inside of the chain. A chain breaker. If you don't have a chain breaker, you can also use a center punch and a hammer to break the chain. And scissors. I'm going to be posting links in the description for the materials and tools that I used for this fidget spinner. All you have to do is take your chain and make it look like this. Now take your zip tie and put it inside of the chain, just like this. Now take your other zip tie and do the same for the other side. So it looks like that. Now you want to take this end and put it through the remaining links. So now it looks like this. Now put the ends of the zip ties inside the other ends. So it looks like this. Don't pull it too tight just yet. Now you take your bearing and you put it inside the chain, and then all you have to do is pull those zip ties. You might have to use some pliers to pull the zip ties tight. Now just cut the ends of the zip ties off, and there you go. And that's how easy it is. So right now you can just pop the bearing back out if you wanted to, and put the bearing back in, and it works. You could also glue the bearing to the chain so the bearing doesn't pop out, and I would do this by applying some epoxy or super glue in between the spaces of the chain in the bearing. But in my opinion, I prefer it not to be glued, because if you drop it, the bearing pops out and you just pop it right back in. Honestly, this spinner is pretty comfortable without buttons, but if you wanted to add some, you can just use some nuts here, or they sell fidget spinner buttons on eBay for pretty cheap. This one is just 2 nuts on a threaded post. And these 2 are just 2 bolts with a nut on the other end. Without any buttons, the spinner weighs 72 grams. And to compare that to, I'm going to weigh a rocket spinner. So this means that it's a pretty heavy spinner, and it's going to spin for a while due to this weight. Let's see how long I can get this to spin for with a stainless steel bearing. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. This is just a reminder that I'm going to be giving one of my sprocket spinners away that you can see here. I'm going to be randomly picking this subscriber to win the fidget spinner on April 4th. Anybody that is subscribed to my channel has a chance to win this sprocket spinner. I hope you guys are enjoying your new fidget spinner and enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and give a like. Thank you for watching, and keep calm and spin on.
What's up guys, your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. Hey guys, we got a spinner review for you today. One that I might have mentioned before, but didn't do a full in-depth review. So we're gonna do an in-depth review on one of the new spinners in our new baller series, and that's the Tri-Baller. Now, this goes and takes the original big baller, which is a 2-arm, and brings it into a 3-arm. Still has 6 balls, but really a fun spinner. And I'm gonna show you all about this in just a moment. Double stack finger balance, you know? They're like little sandwiches. I love the color swaps on these, it's so fun. The yellow cap on the red, what? Alright guys, let's go ahead and get right into the review. So we have the Tri-Baller here. As you can see, it comes in 6 colors. It comes in black, green, white, blue, red, and yellow. And one of the fun features, as you can see, that I've already started to do is, of course, you can mod it out by swapping caps. And because these are bold primary colors, the swaps look really great and has a little bit of a different flavor than the traditional big baller does with some of its lighter colors. And of course, as you can see, it has the same 6-ball setup as the traditional big baller does. Of course, it's just a little bit different that it's in a 3-arm pattern instead of the 2-arm pattern. Now there's something that's really fun about the Tri-Baller and the 3-arm pattern is because it's not a traditional 3-arm like the Executive where it goes straight out, but rather the arms are slightly curved. And that's kind of fun because whether you like to flick it this way or whether you like to flick it the other way, it has a different experience in the way that you flick it. I like to go forward and I like to have it this way, so then my finger gets stuck right here in the little crook of the arm and I get a nice solid flick. But if I'm doing a lot of backward spins, of course you can still spin it that way. I can flip it over, and now my finger gets stuck right in the groove there, and I can get a lot of solid reverse spins. And it's just kind of fun in general because even if you're doing any kind of fun like double spinning, you can keep it going so the arms are the same way, or you can flip it so they're going opposite ways, and one can go that way while the other one's going that way. And you know, you're going to have a different appearance because you can see the arms are facing in a different direction. Unlike the big baller though, this one doesn't come apart, so you can't take it apart here, but there's something kind of fun about that, and it's kind of like you can't mess it up, you know? You're going to kind of keep it going, you're going to enjoy it, you're going to play with it, but you're not going to take this one apart. The most you're going to do is you're going to swap the caps out. You can take, if you purchased a yellow and you purchased a red, obviously you can take the red caps off, they're all interchangeable, you can put it on the yellow and vice versa, and you can kind of create your own color combinations with the 6 colors that we have here by swapping the caps. Also, as a second added feature, you can see that all of the balls in the arms are movable. So if you're a real fidgeter and you want to have a little finger feel, you can enjoy that, and that's kind of a nice experience because you're almost rolling your finger forward over the 2 balls. Instead of this way, it's kind of like when you're holding it, it's more like a side swipe. But with the 3-baller, you can kind of just go straight up with it no matter how you're holding it, bust out into a flick whenever you want. And as you can see, the flicks are really easy and it gives you super nice visuals. Just like the Hex Baller, this one has the rubberized plastic instead of the traditional ABS plastic. So when you go to give it a feel, it has kind of a slightly velvety feel to it, which makes this a interesting experience and has just overall a nice hand feel, especially if you're doing tricks with this and you're doing a lot of catching and grabbing. As with most plastic, this is nice and rounded. There isn't really any hot spots, Some plastic pieces you'll find a little bit of a nub that hasn't been taken off correctly. These are all very smooth and feel nice on the hand and just gives you an overall nice experience for a plastic spinner. Okay, let's go ahead and time her and see how she does. Okay guys, 2 minutes and 25 seconds, really solid for this fun try spinner. Good spin time, pretty average for our baller series, always generally getting in the over 2 minute mark, and just a fun spinner to use. Now, the caps here pop off. You can pull them off with your finger, or if you have our little bearing unlock tool, you can kind of just pop that in there and give it a little twist, and they come right off. As you can see, it has our R188 bearing that you'll find in the Big Baller, the Hex Baller, and also the Executive and Secret Service. So overall, great fun with the Tri-Baller. Same price as the rest of the spinners that are in that series, the $10 range, and just fun, really nice warps when you catch this outside in the light, and just overall a good experience with the new velvety rubberized plastic. So thanks for checking out the Tri-Baller, guys, and I think you guys are going to really like this one. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me on this review of the Tri-Baller. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't signed up for the free 100 spinner giveaway, definitely go ahead and do that now. Click the link below the video, sign up. It's free, it's easy. We're giving away 100 big ballers. So really want to make sure that you guys are signed up for that. If you have a friend that's interested, definitely pass them the link. Show them how to sign up so they can sign up and hopefully win one of the 100 big baller spinners too. What, you guys been staring at my shirt? Sweatshirt says, "Do you even celery juice, bro?" It was given to me by a friend. If there's one thing I could ever leave with you, one interesting fact, it's not about spinners, but the most important thing I'll ever leave with you is celery juice first thing in the morning. It's what I have every single day, and it is awesome. Why is he talking about celery juice? I want to hear about spinners. Because it's my show. I get to do what I want. It's fun. You got to put up with some things if you want to hear about the spinners. Now, I just like to have a good time and also hit you guys up with some pearls of wisdom about other things in life too. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me. More videos to come this week. This is your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Hey, keep spinning guys. Peace.
Hey.